when I went to prison, and they
So we're
finally
not talking about jail. You went to prison.
OCC.
Okay.
Yep. I mean, not state penitentiary,
Okay.
but I mean, I was facing 20 years, and
For what?
for a felony drug charge, aggravated or second degree robbery, and a home invasion, all three felonies. And finally got sat down to where I couldn't bail out. And it was going to cost me a fortune to bail out. Didn't have the cash flow. My lawyer was like, "You're going to have to do time, so you might as well just sit there." And there's no reason to bond, because if I would have bonded out, I wouldn't have went back. Obviously, if you're
Yeah.
in that mind frame,
Sure.
or that mindset, I'm not going back. I'm skipping town, going somewhere. And sitting down at OCC Pod 10, and I remember like it was yesterday. And he said, "You're gonna end up doing some hard time." And so I was like, "Okay, now I have a choice to make. Like, can't go anywhere, can't do anything. I'm just gonna have to face the consequences." And that's really when the Lord started dealing with me, and the seeds that my mom planted way back when. And I remember this little preacher came preaching on Revelations. Little short, white old guy came up in there, and he was straight to the point. And he was like, "There's only two places that we're going when we die. It's heaven or hell, period." He's like, "There is no alternative." And he said, "Where are you going to go? If you were to die right now, where are you going to go?" And it got me thinking. And I was like, I know from what I've been taught growing up, but I didn't know for myself.
Yeah.
So, I made like, I say a soft commitment, to Christ, because it was just, I felt compelled.
Sure.
I was like, you know what? I know if I were to die right now, based off the information that you gave me and what I know, that I'm not going to be standing. God's not going to say, "Well done, good and faithful servant." He's going to say, "Depart from me, I never knew you." And it got real then, and gave my life to Christ that night. And then just over the next 16 months, God just worked and moved.
So you say 16 months, but you were facing 20 years.
20 years. Yep.
So walk us kind of through how that court process went. And
Well, I wasted a bunch of money on my lawyer. He didn't do anything. So, so we went to court for 11 months. 11 months went to court, and kept getting pushed back. Finally got a pre-sentence investigation on a Friday. And so
pre-sentence, have you already been convicted?
No. So what that is they gave me 20 years. It could go in between 1 to 20 years.
Okay.
And I vaguely remember them saying 20 to life, but I shared my testimony at church, and we did this thing, and my mom was like, "They didn't give you 20 to life. It was 1 to 20. So, I had to go back and was like, it doesn't matter. 20 years, I'd still be sitting in jail to this day. You know what I mean? If I would have had to serve my full 20. So pretty much by the time you get out, you're institutionalized. And it's like, well, where do you go from there? Anyways, pre-sentence is they go back and they look at your track record. And they say, "We are going to base your sentencing off of your prior." Well, been in and out of jail since 16, 17 years old. Like, that ain't going to go well. But at that time, I walked in that courtroom. I was fully sold out for Christ. Christ had completely changed my life inside out. We were holding Bible studies, having church in jail. And we were doing ministry in jail, man. Like, and I'd made up my mind. I was like, if I got to do 20 years, I'm going to serve Christ right here, because I had committed the crime. Like, I got to face facts, man.
Sure.
Like, it is what it is. There ain't no backing out. And
so you didn't go through a period of victim mindset saying, the world's just against me, and if I'd have had this chance.
No, I put myself there, man. Like, you just got to be real. So it's not nobody did that to me. I did it to myself by the path that I chose, and that's just is what it is. And that's a hard thing. That's something that you don't see. Now, everybody wants to point blame at somebody else.
Sure.
And like, we are responsible for our own actions, period. And there's no way around that. I can't blame you or anybody else. Like, I am in control. And so Friday, they, up to 20 years. The DA sentenced for 20 years on a Friday. Did pre-sentence investigation. Come back Monday, and they sentenced me to 20 years. And
how'd that feel?
Peaceful. And
done. At least
I
you knew.
walked in that courtroom, and I know God had my back. I know God was there with me. And whatever happened, He was going to give me the strength to walk through it. And that's the first time that I ever really felt the true presence of God in my life.